I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team, where we have been preparing you all week long for the weather conditions we're expecting as we go into the weekend, where we are going to be seeing a severe weather threat, and that has prompted an 11 Alive Weather Impact Alert for Saturday night and into Sunday. And as we've been telling you each and every day, as we're getting new high-resolution data in, we're going to be fine-tuning a little bit more precisely the timing of this system, as well as the potential impacts that are going to be moving into our area. Also yesterday, we were telling you about that we had two systems that we will be watching. One of those that came in earlier today that did cause some thunder showers in some spots. There weren't a lot of them. There were just a few, but the ones that developed had some heavy rain with them, thunder and lightning, and even some hail. We had some pretty impressive pictures earlier. In fact, I want to show you one of these that we had earlier today of some hail that was over in parts of Cobb County. This is how it looked in Cobb County a little bit earlier today, where this is a picture that was taken by Reese Blaylock, where we had pea-size hail. You could see it there on the ground, and then this kind of piled up, maybe some water that was going down that kind of piled up some of that hail. We had other different pictures that came in too from folks who were dealing with that small hail that came through, and it was kind of interesting to see that hail out there. Because it's something that you don't always see, that almost looked kind of like snow in some of those spots. So it was really interesting to kind of watch that out there for today as we saw that hail that was moving on through. I want to show you the radar right now so that you can see here what we're watching with the dry conditions that we have now. Those showers that came through a little bit earlier today did fade out. We're still dealing with one up here in North Georgia, right on the line between Towns County and also, or actually Union County, and also Rabun County, where we have that light cell right there with some heavy rain and some thunder and lightning in association with it. Nothing going on in Atlanta right now. We're relatively dry here in the Atlanta area at this hour, and then we'll put this into motion. We've just had a couple little blips here and there a little bit earlier, but after those showers that we had earlier, things are a little more quiet now. The other thing we're watching, we have another batch of showers and some thunderstorms that are coming out of Alabama. Now, these did have some severe storms with them a little bit earlier. Back in Alabama here, in northwestern Alabama, we were telling you at 6 o'clock tonight that as these move across the state of Alabama, as they get into West Georgia, we really think that they are going to be weakening somewhat. I want to get in a little bit tighter here so you can see what we're watching with those. Still holding together as they get north of Birmingham and are about to cross over I-59. And they're pretty much moving in this direction, still with some thunder and lightning in association with them right now. I want to do a query on these. I'm going to stop this loop and put it more into live mode, and I want to query this loop, and you can see how much lightning they have been dealing with over in Alabama. I know those lightning bolts look kind of large, but we're talking about 37 lightning strikes in the past 15 minutes. That's over into Alabama. The lightning count was a little bit higher earlier, so we do think that that lightning count is going to be coming down somewhat, and we do think that these storms will weaken a good bit before they actually make it into the Georgia area. And we should be fine during the overnight hours here. And then tomorrow also looks like it's going to be a relatively dry day out there as well. The other thing I want to show you are the convective outlook maps. Because these are showing the areas that are more likely to see stronger thunderstorms. And, you know, when we show you these, it has level 1, level 2, level 3 on it. And this is what we're watching with this. Tomorrow, on Friday, we're going to see this color right here, this pinkish color, which is a level 4 of 5. That is a pretty high risk for severe storms that are going to be moving through those areas here from north of Memphis into parts of eastern Missouri, moving into areas of Illinois as well, where we think that there will be some strong storms there. Down to the south, it's a level 3. Through parts of Mississippi and western Alabama. And then even the level 1 comes into northwest Georgia. That is for early on Saturday morning when we're watching a little cell that's going to be coming in over parts of North Georgia that I think would really be a low level severe weather threat on Saturday morning. The bigger event is going to be Saturday night into overnight Saturday and into Sunday morning. And that is going to be, so you saw that level 4 risk, that moves down to the south here in parts of Mississippi and Alabama. where we really think that they will be having what could be classified as a tornado outbreak there, again, for parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and even parts of Louisiana as well. The problem with this is those storms, a lot of the ingredients are there for these storms to happen, and the timing of those storms coming in through Mississippi and Alabama is going to be in the heat of the day when they have a lot warmer air, they have more instability around. So the chances for those stronger storms and a tornado outbreak will be much higher in Mississippi and Alabama. However, look at us here in North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. We're in a level 3 of 5 risk. That is still a rather significant threat for severe storms here. So we're trying to communicate to people on Saturday, you're going to be hearing about tornadoes, severe storms next door over in Mississippi and also into Alabama. By the time these get here, this is when we're getting into the late night hours, when the sun goes down, when the temperatures start to trend down a little bit. And that temperature coming down a little bit is going to actually cool us a little bit. It could stabilize our air a little bit. So we're thinking that the storms in Georgia might be weaker than what they're going to have in Alabama and Mississippi, but we don't think that they will be weak. They will still be strong, but maybe just not as strong as those storms that are going to be next door in Alabama and then next door to them over in Mississippi. The level 2 risk extends over into eastern Georgia, level 1 closer to the coast, and of course that goes into the Carolinas, to South Carolina, and also up into North Carolina as well. So we want everybody to be aware. Number one, yes, we are expecting severe storms to move through during the overnight hours, but hopefully just the timing of these coming in during the overnight hours might break down or bring down some of those threats and some of the severity levels with it. But again, we do think they will still be strong. I think that we will have some tornado warnings here late Saturday, overnight into early on Sunday. So it's really the time frame still is what we're watching, late Saturday to Sunday early, where we have the line of storms that'll be moving in with heavy rain. Some of those storms will be severe. The ingredients we're talking about are strong winds and even tornadoes as part of that. So when we have what we call nocturnal or overnight storms, you may not be watching TV, you may not be plugged in to anything from the outside world, you're trying to sleep, right? So you need to make sure you have a way to get warnings for these storms coming in. On your phone, you can go to settings and look at the wireless emergency alerts and make sure that those are turned on or activated, and you'll get weather alerts on your phone. If you and your phone are in one of those polygons where there's a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning, it will activate your phone to give you an alert. Of course, on our website, 11 Alive, actually our app, 11 Alive app, you can also enable alerts there so that if a warning happens in your area, you will hear about it there as well. Of course, the National Weather Service radio, I think that's the best thing to have. You can plug that into your wall. It'll have battery backup if your power goes off. You can program that radio to go off for only your county or go off for counties around you to kind of let you know that, hey, it may not be your county, but the ones next door are having this bad weather, and you can kind of keep up with those warnings like that. So here's what we're watching with our actual forecast track, and I'll put this up full screen for you so you can see what we're talking about here. And I'll kind of walk you through the timeline of what we're watching. So this is that rain that I was just showing you back into Alabama, and a lot of that is pushed down a little bit closer to the Birmingham area. The models are showing this. See how it looks like it's weakening coming in to the Georgia line there in northwest Georgia and in West Georgia. We really think that's going to continue to happen. So we're not overly concerned about that part moving into our area for tonight, but you will notice tomorrow there will be more clouds around here. The sun will break through those clouds every once in a while, like maybe in the afternoon. We have a southerly flow that's just reinforcing the warm air that we have in place right now, and that is going to be in place during the day. And then going into Saturday morning, there's going to be a couple of waves that we're watching. Number one, early on Saturday morning, we have this bit of rain. That's what is actually triggering that level 1 risk for maybe an isolated stronger storm early on Saturday morning. That's going to be in northwest Georgia, back into parts of Alabama, and then pretty much hanging out in North Georgia through the morning hours on Saturday. I don't think we'll see a lot of action here on Saturday morning. It's going to be mainly to the north of us, and then it pretty much dissipates. Then in the afternoon, we're watching more of this rain and the storms back into Alabama. that initial part that you saw there, trying to get into northwest Georgia at 3 in the afternoon, is still not the main event. This is the main event. This is at 8 o'clock on Saturday night. You can see these storms back into Alabama. That is where they're going to be dealing with that potential tornado outbreak through the afternoon in Mississippi and Alabama, and then into the evening hours next door in Alabama. Then late evening, that's when this line is going to be pushing into our area. This takes us to 11 o'clock at night. You can see those showers in northeast Georgia, and then the stronger storms in West Georgia approaching the metro Atlanta area. Again, watching these coming out of Alabama, crossing the state line, most likely still holding on to those damaging winds and that potential for a tornado. Then 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Yes, the severity level may come down a little bit, but we really don't see this line breaking up at all. You can still see all that heavy rain coming right through the Atlanta area, pretty much along the I-85 corridor, up to the north and east through Gainesville and up in northeast Georgia. That is the time frame when we're going to be seeing that potential for those severe storms and maybe the damaging winds. Some tornadoes still possible with that too, even during those overnight hours. Then 5 o'clock in the morning, it could be that those stronger storms are already east of Atlanta, but those of you on the east side will be dealing with it for those early morning hours from Athens down toward the Covington area, moving down toward Thomaston, southern parts of Coweta County, Meriwether County, getting in on that at about 5 o'clock in the morning. And then once we get to 7 o'clock in the morning, still pushing to the east, Eatonton, maybe still dealing with that in Putnam County near Lake Oconee, stretching down closer to the Thomaston area, and as you get closer to Macon there, where we see that back edge moving through. So on Sunday morning, by the time most of us wake up, the strongest of the storms will have already moved through our area. And they'll continue to push away during the day, and we'll actually see improving weather. 10 o'clock in the morning, things are quiet here. Improving weather during the day Sunday, still with some clouds around, but they'll start breaking up just a little bit more into those afternoon hours. And so the European model shows, number one, Saturday, some showers north early, and then the main line coming in late overnight, and then exiting, we think, the stronger storms by 7 o'clock in the morning, and then clearing out. And then once we can just get through this system here on a Saturday night and into early on Sunday, we will actually have a nice end of the weekend and a nice beginning of the week. Monday and Tuesday, things looking good, nice and dry here. Wednesday, we might have a couple more clouds, and then we're going to watch a fast-moving system coming in on Thursday to give us some showers. At this point, this doesn't look like a severe weather event or anything like that, but of course, stay with us. We'll let you know if we're starting to see any ingredients coming together for any type of thunderstorm risk for next Thursday. But right now, we're not overly concerned about that, but again, we'll keep letting you know as we get closer to it. So a lot to watch here. To sum up for the weekend, strong to severe storms are likely through the weekend, especially Saturday night late, overnight into early Sunday. The main threats would be wind, a tornado risk, as well as a hail risk. Now, we already had some storms with hail in them today. We could see some hail out of these over the weekend too, but that would be more of a lower risk out of this. And then most likely severe time frame would be 8 o'clock in the evening through Sunday morning at about 6 o'clock. So here is the 7-day outlook, and you can see those areas that we're watching and the conditions that are going to be changing as we go through the next few days here, with dry conditions mainly here on Friday, with only a 20% chance for an isolated shower. Then on Saturday, some showers early, and then the storms coming in later on Saturday, going into early on Sunday, before we start clearing out here during the day on Sunday, with temperatures up to around 72 degrees. Monday will be cooler, a low of 43. High of 66, so staying below 70, we think, on Monday. Then we're back to the 70s Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, there's that low risk for showers that'll be moving back into our area. So that is what we'll be watching here as we go through the next 7 days. But keep it with us right here on 11 Alive and 11 Alive Plus. We will continue to do extended weather outlooks for you, just so that you can see those changes that we're seeing, not only in the timing, but of the impacts. And every day we get new data coming in that helps us to kind of pinpoint those impacts just a little bit more. So keep it with us again right here on 11 Alive Plus. We'll have another update for you on 11 Alive Plus tonight at 11 o'clock. Chesley, of course, is in early tomorrow morning, and we're going to do special updates throughout the day tomorrow, and then definitely through the weekend. We'll be up with you all night long on Saturday, walking you through these storms as they move through.